Hey, welcome to a fresh new episode of the TD News Show and happy Friday to everybody. And for today, I have finally you can buy an Intel GPU if you can find one, and a 40 core Mac Pro is on its way. So hit the like button and let's talk some tech news, shall we? And let's start the episode with Intel, because for a long time we have been hearing that Intel's discrete GPUs are hitting the market, but they haven't hit the market. But finally, you can get your hands onto one, but there is a catch. You have to buy a whole pre-built system. On Best Buy, Cyberpower PC has listed Gamer Extreme Gaming Desktop, powered exclusively by Intel component. It comes with Intel's 6-core 12-thread Core i5-11400F CPU. The GPU powering the system is Intel XC discrete graphics card, which is a DG1 GPU based on XELP SKU. The model features 80 EUs and it is targeted towards 1080p gaming, and I think I have heard previously that this particular SKU or specifically Intel is trying to compete with 1050 Ti or that kind of a performance level, and it comes at a cost of $750. And to be honest, judging by the current situation of the market right now, I don't think it's that bad of a deal. Literally, the market is in a pretty bad situation. So $750 for a 1080p gaming PC, although it's a pre-built, but I think it's not that bad of a deal. But and there is a big but, juicy one by the way, but you can't get your hands onto one because it's already sold out from Best Buy. But if you got your hands onto one, let me know how it performs. And now let's talk about a brand that I have a love-hate relationship with, and that is Apple. Although I don't think they have any clue that I am in a relationship with them, because like it's the same with every relationship I had and have. They don't have a clue. They never did, but I'm in a relationship. But let's just not talk about that. Let's talk about Apple, because there are some rumors floating around about their upcoming MacBook. First, their MacBook Air is rumored to have the same core configuration as M1, but this time the silicon that Apple's gonna use is gonna be much more powerful, or like better performer and efficient also at the same time. And it's also gonna have i10 to 16 core of graphics cores, which is a really good upgrade. And the low-end MacBook Pro also gonna get the same chip. And finally, in MacBook Pros, you can bump up your RAM up to 64 gigabytes. Also, the upcoming MacBook Pros are coming with design upgrades like 14 and 16-inch screen option, with also some extra ports like HDMI, micro USB port. Although these are rumors, and I can see SD port coming, but I'm not sure about the whole HDMI. I think it's not gonna become true. But these Mac Pros, MacBook Pros, we don't have a specific date for it, but as per Bloomberg's report, the MacBook Air will come at the end of this year. And talking about Bloomberg also reported a very crazy thing, and that is the upcoming Mac Pro can have 40 core CPU. Yes, you heard me right. A 40 core CPU with a 128 core GPU, which is pretty crazy, because M1's performance surprised us all. It's just a 8 core, very efficient, teeny tiny little CPU, but it kicks ass. And a 40 core CPU, like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm getting chills just by thinking about it. And as per Bloomberg's report, this Mac Pro is scheduled for next year. And let's talk about AMD, because recently Patrick leaked that AMD is refreshing its Zen 3 lineup, and with this refresh we could see some spec improvement, like the 5950X could have a 5 GHz boost clock. But here's the kicker, there is a lot of but today. But in an official statement, AMD said that no, there's gonna be no performance improvement. This is just a manufacturing process improvement. So, my boy Patrick, you are wrong. Like, you are wrong this time. Like the last time I was wrong and you were right, but this time you are wrong and I am. Well, I didn't reported anything in about this topic, so it's not really a competition between us, but you are wrong. That's my point. But all jokes aside, Patrick, if you're watching this was a joke. I didn't mean to offend you, so if somehow I did, so I'm sorry. It was just a joke, and I believe you, man. Most of the things that you have leaked or reported in previously have became true, so I believe you, and this one thing doesn't hurt your reputation, so don't worry, this was a joke. And talking about the rumors, a Twitter user named Japanese PC Mania recently found in ZOTAC's Firestorm software that they have included a 3090 Ti SKU. And before this, we haven't heard anything about 3090 Ti. We obviously know that a 3080 Ti and a 3070 Ti is coming, and also in this Firestorm software there is also inclusion of 3080 and 3070 Ti. So that means it's coming, but the 3090 Ti, well, this is the first time and we don't know anything about this, like what's the specs gonna be, what's the price gonna be. So take it with a huge grain of salt. It's just a rumor and it's just from ZOTAC. There are no other sources that have confirmed or leaked or reported this kind of thing, so take a heavy grain of salt. And talking about heavy with heavy hard, I'm sad to say that after over 25 years of faithful service, Microsoft is finally retiring their Internet Explorer on July 2022. So boys, finally you have to download Chrome from Microsoft Edge. You have to use Microsoft Edge for downloading Chrome. You cannot use Internet Explorer, and I'm sorry about that. So say your goodbyes in the comment section for Internet Explorer. And talking about goodbyes, I'm not saying goodbye to you anytime soon because this is the time for the quick news. So let's talk about the quick news. NVIDIA officially announced RTX 30 series LHR lineup. China bans financial institution from offering cryptocurrency service. On the other hand, Ethereum to transition to proof of stake in coming months. Apple Watch Series 7 could have squared design like iPhone 12. AirPod Max won't directly support lossless Apple Music over Lightning. Bloomberg reports Apple paused development of larger silicon iMac to focus on 24-inch model. Apple's SignTime brings up a sign language interpreter on demand. TSMC and partner announced 1nm process breakthrough. Colonial Pipeline CEO confirms company paid $4.4 million in ransom to hackers. Ford announced its electric F-150 pickup truck. Spotify will auto-transcribe your podcast in coming weeks. Lamborghini plans to launch its first fully electric car before 2030. Last of Us Part 2 now runs at 60 frames per second on PS5. Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming to PS5, Xbox Series X in November. So that was all for today's techie stuff, and if you want to know more about any of the stories, all the links are linked down in the description, so don't forget to check them out. Now let's talk about some of the stuff I like, starting with Batman. A leaked art of its villain Riddler kinda resembles the Zodiac Killer. Now if you don't know about the Zodiac Killer, I'm not gonna talk about it because I think that's a controversial topic and I'm not taking any risk for monetization or community guideline strike. But I can tell you one thing, that I think that the upcoming Batman movie is gonna be pretty good. Like, they are finally diving deep into the how Batman really is. He is a detective first, then superhero. The how he came into the comics, he was a detective first, then superhero, because he don't have any superpowers except, to be honest, the biggest superpower right now, money. But his unpopular opinion, I think that the upcoming Batman movie is gonna be the best in the franchise, and I'm talking about better than Nolan's trilogy or Bale's Batman, because Robert Pattinson has a lot of potential. Like, people judge him by Twilight Saga, but if you haven't seen some of his greatest work, like The Devil All the Time, in like one of his latest movie, In the Devil All the Time, he was in he didn't had a lot of screen time in that movie, but the time that he had, he was awesome in it. Like, it was really good. So I think, to be honest, the next Batman movie is going to be pretty good, and they are leaning into the noir territory, and I'm a kind of a noir geek. I love noir films, so I think the next Batman is going to be pretty good. And now, talking about pretty good, there are not that much pretty good responses for Zack Snyder's Army of Dead. There are a lot of mixed responses on the internet. Some reviews are telling that they liked it, some reviews are saying that they didn't. But there is a one common ground in every single review, that the first 15 minutes of that particular movie was a total banger. Although I haven't seen it, I am planning to see it today, so follow me on Twitter and I'm gonna update you there that I liked it or not, or probably in the next tech news episode I will tell in this section. So yeah, now let's talk about the last bit of our news today. A new animated Superman series stars Zack Ward. Sorry if I butchered your name. So if you don't know who he is Stewie from The Boys, and if you haven't seen him, boys, he was really good, and I want to see him how he portrays Clark Kent. I mean, Superman. He's gonna be Superman. Although he kind of by his looks doesn't resembles Superman in that way, and also even though his voice is kind of a teenagery, so I think this particular series is trying to portray a teenage Superman. I'm not sure about that because I haven't heard a lot about it, but I was kind of interested when I see Zack doing Clark Kent, and yeah, I'm excited about it because I really like that guy. But here's the thing, you don't have to like this episode anymore because this episode is ending. Yes, this is the end of this episode. So if you liked it, hit the like button. If you don't, leave it a dislike. But come on, do you want to do that? Like, seriously, you want to dislike a video? That's pretty rude, But hey, you live free. I hope that you do, and you can do whatever you want. If you want to dislike, go ahead, do it. And if you want to watch more videos from us, check out this one right here. And if you want to subscribe, which I appreciate if you do that, well, do it by here. And this is Akash. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.